welcome to the 30th episode of our weekly AI and digital marketing live demo. For today, we are going to talk about one specific AI agent which is causing a lot of raves in the AI space, and it's something good for businesses. And so let's get into it right away without wasting any time. Let me share my screen. So for today's topic, it's build a 24/7 AI receptionist inside GoHighLevel in 10 minutes. And we are going to talk about how we are going to do this in GoHighLevel. We are going to give the agent a name. We are going to configure it for your business. And then we are going to test it. If we have enough time, we are going to test it and see how it works. So without wasting any time, let me just share my screen and then we can get the ball rolling. So yeah, today this is going to be for a voice agent, and a voice agent is simply as a 24/7 receptionist. This receptionist never sleeps, they never take days off, they never miss a call. They can schedule your appointment, they can book appointment for you, they can escalate calls to you as well. So this is something that every business owner who takes calls for their business, if your business depends on calls, then this is something that you want to pay attention to. And for I just want you guys to know that I have something special at the end of the day, at the end of this demo. So please stay till the end so that you can get that bonus that I have to give out if you're a business owner. If you're not a business owner and you want to learn how to build this and sell it as a service, stay and also learn how to do this in your GoHighLevel account. So for this demo, you don't need any tech skills. You don't need to know how to code. You just have to understand natural language, just like I'm speaking. You just have to understand the problem and how to solve it. So we are going to do that today. And yeah, let's get the ball rolling. So why is it that every business owner needs to watch this, right? And this is very important because the phone is your number one way to attract clients into your business. If you don't have if your call doesn't your business doesn't accept calls, then that is a different thing altogether, right? But if your business depends on calls, if somebody is calling your business all the time, you are a plumber, you are a dentist, you are a chiropractor, you are an insurance agent, whatever business that you're doing, restaurant, what have you, you are getting calls every day. People call you every time. So in order not to leave money on the table, you need to make sure that you have this tied to the ground so that no missed calls. You are not going to have any missed calls, because every missed call is a business lost. Because the person who called, if they are not a client, they are not going to call back because they're going to call your competition. So these days, voice AI are non-negotiable. Every business must have an AI receptionist. And by 2030, if you are a business, you don't have any AI footprint in your business, you're gonna get out of business. Just like you remember what happened to Nokia. Nokia, they didn't upgrade their system when things were changing, and what happened to them? They were pushed out of the way. So if you have a business, AI voice agent is one of the agents that you want to install in your business right away, because your competition is doing, and it's not a matter of when, it's a matter of let's do it right now. So every AI voice agent are no longer a future trend, right? Every business needs that right now, because you are running business inside right now. And if you are not taking advantage of this, then your competition is taking all the market. So make sure that you are able to um, understand how this technology works and how you can install this in your business. Business owners who set this up today are capturing leads their competitors are missing tonight, right? So it could be calls coming in at lunchtime. You know, some offices take a break. My dental office and my doctor's office, they take a break every lunchtime. You call, there's nobody there, right? But if you have a 24/7 receptionist, when they go for lunch, this AI agent can take the calls and book appointment and even escalate it to a member of the team. It's if it's very important, it's an emergency or whatever, right? And you know, it's not difficult to set up this in your Go High Level account. If you have Go High Level account, this is not difficult to set up in your Go High Level account, and we are going to do that today. And if you don't have GoHighLevel account, you know, later, midway through this demo, we are going to share the link so that you can test GoHighLevel for 14 days with no obligation. If you don't like it at the end of the day, you can, excuse me, you can cancel it. So by the end of this demo, you should know how to set up an AI agent that can answer calls, and this is specific to your brand, right? This is specific, customized for your brand. So why do we need an AI agent in our business? And like I said, you know, we've talked about the problems. um, um, I've talked about the problems, but let's go into the details, right? The real problem is that a lot of businesses are refusing to accept this fact, right? But the thing is that you are always missing calls every day if you don't have a 24/7 AI receptionist in your business. And you don't even know, right? So let's say the value of your business, let's say there's a potential for you to make between $300 to $500 anytime you get a new business. And we are not even talking about the upsells and downsells and all that kind of stuff, but this is just the average revenue that you make from a client now. So if you are missing two of these calls and the average client value is about $500, that is $1,000 every day. Let's assume that you miss only two calls in a day. How many do you lose between Monday to Friday? It's 10, right? How much is that if you have to quantify that? That is 5,000. We don't see it because we don't measure, but if you start measuring these things, you will see how much money you are leaving on the table for each day, for every week, for every month, for every year. And, you know, it keeps, if you start tracking things, you are going to see how much money you are losing on the table. And also, the second problem is that, you know, we think that we will need to hire a new person or a new receptionist or a part time receptionist, right? We don't have to do that. We can still keep the one or two receptionists that we have and then ask them to do something which is more valuable to the company. But anytime that there's a call in, the virtual AI assistant is always going to be the first person to answer the call so that no call goes to voicemail, no call um, goes unanswered for, you know, ringing so many times without being answered. You want to make sure that this AI receptionist is capturing every call that comes in. And voicemail is also a thing of the past, right? I will never leave a voicemail on a business that I haven't done any business with. Most often than not, they never call back anyway. So why should I leave a voicemail? And also, you leave a voicemail, people who really need your service right now, you know, you send them to your voicemail. There's a likelihood that 9 out of 10 they are not going to leave a voicemail. They just go back to their Google search and call the next business. So you cannot rely on voicemails. Voicemails will only be, you know, your loyal customers leaving messages for you to get back to them and stuff like that. Somebody who is looking for a quick service, or trying to buy something, it's not going to be leaving stuff in your voicemail. And you can also not be available 24/7. Guys, we all have 8 days that we can be, we can work. What happens when you sleep? There are some people who are always busy at work, so the only time they get to make their calls to schedule their doctor's appointment is after work. And so some people will only be available to make calls after work. Now, guess what? If this guy who wants to schedule a dentist appointment, who is always busy at work, gets off at 6 o'clock, he can make a call to the local dentist in his area and schedule an appointment for maybe the next 2 days coming up that is he's going to be off, right? He can do that even at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., anytime that he wants to book a call, he can do that. Now, guess what? The dentist that didn't have the 24/7 AI receptionist, it's not going to get this particular client or this particular lead, right? But someone who has this AI agent in their business will be able to answer the phone call and have a conversation with this lead, and then schedule them for an appointment for the next day or for the next 2 days. So whilst you were sleeping, you as a dentist, you were sleeping, your agent was working, taking all these calls. So that is something that a lot of businesses don't have right now, and they are losing business to their competition. And this thing happens all the time. You are in a meeting, you are in front of a customer, live customer in the office, at the front counter, and your phones are ringing, boom, 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 boom. What do? Do you leave that client who is right in front of you? You can excuse them and pick up the call back. What if you have 10 of those calls coming in every time? Every 30 minutes you have like 10 phone calls, and you have people at the front counter and all that. So if you have an AI agent, this AI agent will be taking all these calls, and you will be able to serve people who are directly in front of you on your front counter. So having an AI voice agent is a non-negotiable these days if you accept, or your business take phone calls. So this is what we are trying to solve today. The problems that we are trying to solve today is what we just talked about. So the problem is not that you are busy, right? The problem is that your phone has no backup plan. So first, we had IVR, where it tells you press one if you want to speak to this department, press two if you want to do this, press three if you want to do this. Does everything live, and it can route the calls at any time. You don't have to be present. It's just a conversational AI that can have a verbal conversation with you. So this is something that you need in your business, and what missed calls are actually costing your business. So let's get into some numbers here, and then we can get into the demo by within the next 5 minutes. So 62% of calls to small businesses go unanswered during business hours. So between 9 to 5, there are a lot of calls that happen, right? And 62% of these calls, let's assume that, let's use numbers here, like let's say 1,000 numbers, 1,000 calls happens for your business within a day, right? Or let's say in the United States, 1,000 calls, and out of these 1,000 calls, 62% of these calls are going to voicemail. What does this tell you? 620 of these calls are going to voicemail. So that means that all these people need service that they couldn't get, at the first point of contact with the business that they are looking for. And guess what? All these 62% are going to move on to the next competition. They are not going to call back your business. They are going to call a different vendor. And 85% of this 62% says that they will not call back, right? 85% of callers who cannot reach a business will not call back. So this 62%, will never call back the business, right? 85% of the 62% will never call back that business. So that business has lost that opportunity. It's gone to the next person who is ready. And the average missed call, right, could range from $200 to $500, depending on the kind of service or what you sell. If you are a coach or a consultant or something like that, it could even be more. It could be 10K per client. It could be 20K. It could be 50K per client. It could be 5,000 per client. So this is relative to what you do in your industry, right? For me, it could be anything from $500 to maybe 15,000, right? So what are you losing if you miss a call? What are you losing in your business? And 391% more people says that businesses with instant response see up to this amount of conversions than those who respond later. What does this mean? This means that people with businesses with voice agents are seeing 391% more in conversions. So they are closing more businesses, they are getting more customers, they are doing more businesses, they are increasing their profit by 391%. Guys, this is not a joke. The numbers don't lie. The numbers are telling you the true story of what happens if you don't have a voice AI agent. You are losing money. So if you multiply these numbers by the week, by the month, by the year, you see how much money you are losing to your competition, right? So we are going to talk about the voice agent. For me, in my business, I call her Maya. Maya is really good. What Maya does is that it answers every call. So whenever there is a call, Maya answers the call, and then there is a goal for Maya to achieve, right? Every call, every agent will have a task and a goal to achieve. So for me, Maya has to book calls. Maya has to bring in new leads and get calls and get people on my calendar. So she qualifies the leads by asking them the right questions. And when we build AIs for you, it's the same thing. We learn about your business, and we also learn about your branding and everything, so that we can give those information to your AI. And then it books the appointment. Once it finds out that the leads are qualified, it books an appointment directly onto my calendar or a member of my team. And then it can even make outbound calls just to follow up with the client. Maybe we promise the client that we are going to call them, or maybe we have to follow up with them to remind them of an appointment that is coming up and stuff like that. So this AI can do all this stuff for you. It's also language. It can translate language. So you can have an agent in Spanish, in Russian. It can speak English and it can speak Russian. You cannot get this the traditional way of doing things. You must hire a bilingual receptionist, and that might come with a cost, right? This can change. You can change. Different languages are supported, so you can have it in different languages. So for me, if I'm building agent for businesses in the South Florida, Spanish is like number one language that is being spoken here. So, having a Spanish agent is like one of the top things that you want to have in your agent, so that it will be able to speak English, and people who cannot speak English, you can speak the Spanish to them. So this is what one of the best features of the voice AI that I really love, because it can speak different languages and it can also transfer calls to you. If you want to escalate this to a human being, or there's an indicator that this person wants to speak to a supervisor or a manager or something like that, then it can be escalated to an agent, right? So this is not like your real IVR tree. This is the real time. It holds full conversation, books clients appointment whilst you are focused on doing something important. So that is that for you. And today, this is what we are going to build. We are going to build, we are going to go into our Go High Level. We are going to name the bot. We are going to give it instructions, and we are going to connect it to our calendar and even test it and go live if we have minutes to do this. So let's go. And once again, before we go, um, if you haven't tried Go High Level, then I recommend that you try Go High Level. Go High Level is one of the best tools out there. It's a CRM. The CRM is a customer relationship management tool that you can use to run your business. And for Go High Level, it has almost about 90% of the businesses that the tools that every small business needs to operate efficiently. I've been using Go High Level, and that's what I use to run all my three businesses. And you would save a lot of money if you go with Go High Level. So Go High Level is the platform, right? If you have to build this AI, you need to build this AI on a platform. And what kind of platform? You are not going to build your own AI LLM right from the scratch, right? So you need a platform where you can build your AI, just like you have in a website, your domain name, you have to host it somewhere else. It's the same way with the AI agent, you have to build it somewhere else. And fortunately enough for us, Go High Level, as your suite of tools, comes with a lot of AI agents in there. And one of them that we are talking about today is the the voice AI agent, or the 24/7 AI receptionist. With your Go High Level account, you have this in there. So all that you need to do is to turn it on, and you can build so many agents in there. So if you are interested in taking a 14-day test drive with Go High Level CRM tool so that you can test it, you can use the link that has been dropped in the chat. You can test it out. And also, for now, there's a promo going on. There's a 50% promo going on, so you can test this thing out for 14 days and see whether this tool is a tool that you think is going to help you with your business or not. And if it's not, then you can just forget about it. But I believe that you're going to love it. So that is that. Also, if you want an AI agent in your business, then you can schedule an appointment at free 30 minutes discovery call with me, and I'll see how I can help you with your business, with how to help you with AI and lead generation and what have you. If you need help with setting up your Go High Level account, I will be happy to help you out, as long as you use our affiliate link to get your Go High Level. And for the next 1 week from today, starting today, I'm giving out a 14-day free trial of a voice AI agent built specifically for your business. So if you are interested, we are going to drop the link here. All that you need to do is to fill out the form, and then I'll get in touch with you, take all the business information that you have, all your branding information, and I'm going to build uh, customized AI 24/7 AI receptionist specifically for your business. And after 2 weeks, after 14 days, if you don't like it, you can let it go. If you like it, then we can talk about how you can subscribe to this pay as you go. And yeah, So that is it. So let's get into what we do best once we come here. You know that we love to teach. This is the only YouTube class that we have a classroom style of teaching where we go through the theory part of things, the theoretical aspect of things, why we do things, why you have to do this and that. And then once you get an understanding of how things are done, then we get our hands dirty. So this is the time that we get our hands dirty. So let's get into it and do some stuff. And guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, before I get into this, on a scale of 1 to 10, let me know how I'm doing. If this is valuable to you, please like the video, comment on it in the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer all your questions. Please drop any questions that you have in the chat. If you have a quick question that is related to this, other than that, then please use the comment section to drop your comments, and let me know in the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very poor and 10 being very good. Let me know in the chat what you think about this. If this is giving you some value, let me know the number, and I will really appreciate that, so that this feedback helps us to, better the presentation and do the things that you want to see. So let's get into it and let's go. So once you are in your Go High Level account, as usual, you want to be in your sub account, and on the left, you want to look for AI agents. So your AI agents are going to be on the left here. And as you can see, I have it. So I click on it. Now, Go High Level is always changing stuff. They are always updating things. So the dashboard, today you come to it, it looks like this. The next week you come, it looks something different. We've done a couple of demos about voice AIs, and it keeps on changing, it keeps on getting better. So it's also important that we give you an updated version of the videos with the new facelift and all that kind of stuff. So here we have different things going on here. Today we are very particular about the voice AI, but as you can see over here, we have conversation AI also here, and then we have content AI. These are like the three main agents, AI agent in this AI agent, but there are some other AI agents and AI widgets, scattered throughout on the platform. But for today, let's go here. So right now, we just want to set up a voice AI agent, right? There are some templates here that you can exploit, right? You go here, you can exploit some pre-built templates that people have built. You can use them right away. You can check the reviews that they have and what they do and all that. So if it's for email, whatever, you can choose your category, business use case. Is it for appointment booking? Is it for general? Q&A, lead qualification, what have you, right? So these are the main uses. The business niche, what are you? Are you a car dealer, chiropractor, all those kind of stuff. So this gives you a head start, so that you don't have to start from the scratch, right? But let's do things from the scratch. So here, you can say that you want to build it for appointment booking, just like choosing the template route after hours. So let's say if you have a full-time receptionist and you want to do this after hours, this is what you can do. All these are like templates which can be configured for you, and you can use it. But we are going to start from the scratch, right? So here we want to browse from the marketplace, like what I just showed you. Or do you want to create a custom agent or a flow build? I want to create a custom agent. So we go to custom and then we click on that. Now, this is all the configuration. If you were here in one of those classes that we had, this screen was a little bit different, but this is everything that you need to configure your agent, right? So here, the first thing is we want to give it a name. So we want to say that this is a test agent, but let's assume that you are a dentist or you are, let me pick one niche, right? Maybe med spa. So I'm going to use a med spa. So I will name this something that will help me to remember. So maybe agent, this agent, maybe I want to call her maybe um, um, okay, I'll give it Anita, right? And then maybe she's the med spa uh, AI assistant or agent, whatever, whatever name you want to give it, right? Here is where you pick the voice. So there are a couple of voices that you can pick. If you want a guy, you can choose the providers, right? 11 Labs, OpenAI, whatever you choose, English, Germany. Now, here is a kicker here. If you, let's say, you want to use French, you can use French here. If your demographic, your ICP, all the people who call you mostly speak Spanish. You want to select Spanish, and then you also want to select the accent, right? British English or American English. You want to select that, and then I would say I will leave this one as all genders. Do you want a man or female, right? For me, it's a female. So I'm gonna look for female voices, and then I want high quality. The more you select, the high quality means more AI tokens credit, right? And so now you have all of them here. You pick whichever one that you want. You can play and listen to.
Okay, so this might sound silly, but I just got this weird sparkly feeling in my chest and
So you can test other
Hey,
voices.
my name is Erin, and this is my natural speaking voice, which is great for conversations. So let's grab a cup of coffee and chat.
All right. So now we can select this. Okay. So let's select Erin, right? Uh, as our voice agent, and then we're going to use her voice. So we save that voice. Here, I will say that I recommend you leave it here. This is more balanced and it shows you how much it can charge you per minute, so you leave it there. And then here we are going to put um, the greetings. So we are going to put the greetings here. So hello, you've reached demo account, blah blah blah. So let's say the name of your business, let's say ABC Limited. This is ABC LLC, whatever, LLC. Um, and then usually I will add this, disclaimer because I think it's always good to do that. This is this is this is Anita, the virtual um, voice or receptionist for the business, right? For ABC LLC. So this is your message, greeting message that you wanted to use when people come in. Now, this is the agent role, the objective, and also the structured and whatever, right? So, I mean, I'm going to pick these things up here. If you are, let's say, a dentist, you have to change this to fit your business, right? So here we are talking about Anita, right? You are my agent, or you are my agent, and then we can put the name Anita, so um this is the agent instructions here. This part, this is very important. So this is where it educates, or it tells the AI or the agent what it needs to do. The agent, right? Here is where, let's say, if you wanted to book appointment for you, this is where you give it that instructions. If you wanted to um, schedule an appointment for a team member, this is where you give it those that instruction. So here, you tell it what it has to do, your agent role and your objective. You are Anita, my agent. You are my agent Anita, dedicated customer support specialist at demo account. So in your case, it will be your business account, right? So we can use custom values to represent the business name so that we don't have to type it. But let's say, I'm just gonna type it, focused on assisting my clients. In this case, we want to book calls, right? To book calls or appointment, to book calls or appointments. I'm not gonna go through everything, but you should know what your business does, and you can replace those things with that. Your goal, this is the goal, right? Is to gather contact information. If the caller's query matches, blah blah blah. Okay, so here we will say that, to gather information, and let's say book a call, and book a call on my calendar. So I think you get the whole point. This is the instructions. Is very, very important. Once we finish with this, I'm going to show you another important aspect of this whole thing. So here in caller handling queries and logic and rules, if the caller asks a question, check whether the question matches a true trigger, right? So these are all instructions. Like I said, we can go in and go in. It's going to be different from every niche, every business. So going through this is just like the basic skeleton. All that you need to do is to make sure that it fits your business, right? It fits your business. So this is going to be customized. This is the part that is the customization, and you give it all the instructions that it needs to know once it's on the phone with the client. So here, the instructions here, one of the, it says, will end the call once you have catered to the caller's queries, gathered all the information. So these are all the instructions, right? The instruction, this helps the AI to behave in a certain way. And we also have the welcoming message over here. We've done that. Now, let's save this and let's talk about one important aspect of this whole thing. The next thing that we need to add to this is the database, right? What kind of information, what kind of uh, database is this AI going to take information from? Every AI needs a repo where it collects or it gathers the intel, the knowledge, right? So if with this one doesn't have any knowledge base, it doesn't have any database, so it doesn't know anything. It's just a blank slate. So we have to give it a database, like a soul where all the information resides. So we are going to do that, and that is where we do the knowledge base. Then the knowledge base simply means database. So here we have some, I have some samples here, and let's, for the purpose of this demo, let me create a new knowledge base. And the knowledge base is basically the database, and the knowledge base can always come in different formats, like in terms of so now I'm on the knowledge base template. So we click here, and then I will name it demo knowledge base. I'll say delete, delete, so that I know how to delete it. Then you can add a description if you want, demo knowledge base, right? So we added, so this is the main knowledge base. Now in the knowledge base, under the knowledge base, we can have different artifacts, right? We can have different artifacts like files and text files. We can have graphs, FAQs, and all that kind of stuff. So here, if we want to add files, we can import something from our Google Docs, right? So let's say you have to connect your Google Drive, and then once you connect your Google Drive, you can pick a folder, a file or a folder from that Google file. So that is going to be one source of truth. For that, you can add files from your you can add it from your from your computer. So you upload from here from your computer. So here you can pick any file you have that is specific to your business, right? That is going to help your business. One thing that you can also do is that you can add your website. So let's say for this one that we are doing, one of the websites we have is the MedSpa website. So what we want to do is to add this website to our, and then we want to say the exact URL. So we want to train this page. So this is just one aspect of our knowledge base. We can add FAQs. So if we have FAQs, questions that we answer, how many employees do you have? Right? So, and then say we have 200 employees scattered around the globe. So this is how you add your FAQs. So FAQs, you can have so many FAQs. You can add tables. If you have tables, that is going to help the customer to understand something. Yes, and you can have files in rich text. So let's say you have an information which is not on a website, or you want to copy some information from a website, you can just come here and then just name that information. That's why you name the information and you copy the whole text block and you put it here and then you save it. So now if you put all these things will be the knowledge base for just this agent. And this agent is going to take all the information from there. So I've shown you how to build an agent. So I'm just going to use um, um, one of these things here to use. So I'm going to pick ABC agent, and I'm going to save that, right? So now I have an agent for this. Now remember that we have a couple of things that we want to do. First of all, we said that we want this agent to be able to book calls. So what are some of the actions that it has to be able to do when it's making the call? So during the call, what I want it to do is to book an appointment. So that is the main goal of this agent. So now appointment, and then it asks me which calendar do I want to use, right? Which calendar does the AI has to feed with to the lead, so I select my calendar. I can pick two calendars if I want, or if there are a couple of, I have like 5 different staff and they all have their calendars. I want to make sure that I select all these calendars so that when somebody is there, my calendar is not available. My teammates' calendar is going to be available, right? So I can select these two, and then that is it. I've selected the calendars. Where is it? Appointments. Select calendar, and then I select another one. Let's assume that we are selecting this two next. And then what do we want to user intent description, right? So here it tells you, it gives you a little bit of information. For appointment booking action, ensure that your main prompt includes the question so that the bot can book the appointment in the right calendar based on the contact's response. So here, define the criteria how AI should analyze the intent to pick the right calendar, right? So this is a very good question. If I had selected just one calendar, I wasn't gonna get this. But let's say, let me choose generate with AI. So now the AI has given me something. The trigger, booking trigger, because we have two calendars here. So the AI needs to know, when do I use this calendar? It's so smart to use that. And if you are stuck, you don't know what to do, you can use the generate AI. And here it's saying that trigger booking when a user expresses intent to schedule an appointment with clear details, right? Distinguish, blah, 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 blah. Use Base Cloud Agent's personal calendar for agent related services and Eric's personal calendar. So you get the whole point, right? You get the whole point. We are not going to waste time over here, but let's, just in case you have so many multiple, you have different calendars, then you can use this. But if we should select one, let's select this and go for it. You see that we don't have that, right? We don't have that here. We can select the booking behaviors. There's so much you can go into it, in a granular way. To, you can even ask it to be able to reschedule and cancel the appointment if the person says that they don't want to do the meeting anymore. They don't want the appointment anymore. So this is some of the action. We can even add an action to trigger a workflow. So let's say if this person books that call, do we want another workflow to kick in place, to kick in, so that it can alert a member of the team? So for instance, let's say if somebody books an appointment, I want to get a notification and then maybe create a task for another person in the team to take care of this particular lead that came through. So you can add workflows. You can even send an SMS to a member of the team that, hey, we just got a new lead. I want you to take care of that. We want to update the contact. So there's so much we can do in terms of the action. And also, there are a couple of things that we need to set up over here, like the core settings, right? We've added our knowledge base. So the core settings, you want to select your time zone, and then what you want to do, maximum time call, how long do you want it to last? Maybe 10 minutes. You can do 10 minutes. How many idle seconds? You can do it 3, 4. All these things are not really important, but you can tweak it here and there. Agent behavior, what you wanted to do, the response speed, 1 second, 2 seconds. There is so much you can do, right? Most often than not, you don't have to do much, but if you really want to go down and granular, if you want to get granular, you can always do that over here. But I will recommend that you don't do much over here. There's also translations here, text to speech, speech to text. You want to set it at accurate. And then voice settings. Let's go into voice settings. We talked about that. The voice speed, you can leave it here. You can, like I said, it's not going to be the same for everybody. Everybody is going to be different. The voice temperature, maybe you want to take it to 1.5 ish. And if you don't know what it is, you can always toggle on the I button, and it's going to show you what it is. And then the speech, the dynamic speech, and the post call, what you want to do here is reporting. You want to get a performance summary every week so that you can see what the the agent is doing. Do you want to notify everybody? And then outbound going calls settings. So all these things are things that you can do to your bot to help it, right? And then once you finish with all of this here, what you want to do is to go to the deploy window, right? And then you want to select your number. Now, this is a demo account, so you are not going to see the number here, but because there's no full phone number attached to this account, but I will show you in a real account here. So here you want to select the phone number that is on file, the phone number that has been assigned to this agent. And then what do you want to do? Do you want the agent to answer the calls directly or use it as a backup? So for some people, they already have an active front desk receptionist at the front 9 to 5 all the time. So maybe for you, you want the call to come directly to you first, and then when you don't answer or when you are on lunch or after hours, that is when it goes to the AI agent. So we can use you as a backup in that scenario. Or if we want the calls to go directly straight into the AI agent, then we select this. And then the working hours, you always want to leave it on the 24/7 working hours. And then here, you can add a chat widget, which will be like a code you can embed on your website. We are not going to do that right now. I will show you how that is going to be done. So here we finished with everything. We've given our agent instructions. This is the instructions, how to perform its work. And then the knowledge base is the soul, is the brain of the agent. So the knowledge base has all the information about the business, about FAQs, about your offer, about everything that you can think of for your brand, right? And then here, the prompt is where you have the behavior or the instructions of how you want this agent to work. Now, once you finish, you have you can test your agent here. So you have the web test and you have the phone test, right? So you select which number. Like I said, this is a demo account, so we cannot do that here. We are going to move into a real account for you to see how this thing works. So once we do all these things, we save, and our agent is ready to be used. So if you already have a number attached to this agent, and now you can see the agent list. You see it here, Anita, the med spa AI agent, and it has everything here. If we should go into it, then we're going to see how to configure it and how to do all those kind of stuff, right? And this is it. This is it. Just that's it. And over here, it says that enable outbound. So this one we just configured is an inbound agent, which means it accepts incoming calls. Now, this is something new to me today. And the reason is that once you set it up, you can set it up. Before, the default was inbound and outbound. Now we have to turn this in on, which I wasn't even sure about. But before, even yesterday, when I was building this, I could just build it, and it's just inbound and outbound. Now you have to enable this. So there's no harm in trying. You just enable it, and then I think you have to terms and conditions. Okay, you confirm and agree, blah, blah. Okay. And then you agree, and then you accept. Now, if we should go inside the agent again, okay, we need some more information. So it's gonna take me through verifying stuff, which we are not going to do that right now. So like I said, this is even new to me right now. So now, now that we've added this, when we go into the agent, we should see outbound. Yes, this is what I was expecting. So no wonder it wasn't there. Now we have the inbound message. This is this one we configured. The outbound message, we can configure it, so if it is calling somebody, we can say that, hey, first name, the first name, uh, this is This is Anita, an AI receptionist calling from, let's say, ABC LLC. Course may be monitored, whatever you want to say, for training purposes, right? That's it. So we have the outbound agent as well. We've set up the appointment, and we can even add another action that we want to say transfer agent transfer. So we want to transfer this to another agent or whatever. We are not going to go into that, but you have it. So now our AI agent is ready. Pretty much that's it. That's all that you need to do. So if we should come here where I take you to a proper agent that has been set, I'm going to go to voice agent, and then we are going to go into um, agent list. This is where, and then I have Maya here. That is my voice agent. And this is Maya, right? So Maya has been set up. It can send text messages. All the information, everything that Maya has to do has been set up properly for that. And this is like a live agent that is working in real time, right? This is like, guys, this is not something that, um, this is what I do. This is what I do in my business. And as you can see over here, this is how my agent works. It has everything about my business. The knowledge base is attached to it. It has the inbound message. Hey, this is Maya, AI assistant for Big Cloud Consultant. This call may be recorded for quality purposes. How can I help you today? If we call that person, hey, I am Maya, an AI assistant from Base Cloud Consultant. This call may be recorded. I am following up on your interest in our AI receptionist trial. Got a moment, right? And everything is here. We can test this. So this is where I was talking about the deploy part. This is the number that people call, and then it takes them through. If you are watching this, you can call this right now, and it's going to take you through the whole thing, and you're going to experience it. Now, let me see here. So here we can start a web test. To test it, we can start a web call, right, for the inbound and outbound. Now, let me see if we can test something right now from the computer so that we can listen to it. So let me just start this, and
Hi, this is Maya, the AI assistant for Bakes Cloud Consultants. This call may be recorded for quality purposes. How can I help you today?
hi, I'm interested in your service, please.
Great, thanks for reaching out. Before I share any details, I want to make sure this is the right fit for you. Can you tell me a little about your med spa? How long have you been open, and about how many clients do you see each week?
Um, I've been open for about 3 years now, and I see about 30 clients every day. We get about 30 calls every day.
Thanks for sharing that. Sounds like you're staying busy. Just so I understand, are you mainly looking for help with answering calls you can't get to? Or is there another challenge you're hoping AI could solve for your med spa?
It's pretty much calls. We miss a lot of calls, so yeah, we want to take care of that.
That makes total sense. Missing calls can really add up, especially when every call could be a new client or a booking. Just to dig a little deeper, do you have a front desk team right now? Or is it mostly you and your providers handling the phones?
It's just me and my providers.
Got it. So it's just you and your provider juggling everything, and calls sometimes slip through. That's actually really common with busy med spas. One more quick question. When you do miss a call, do most people leave a voicemail or do they usually hang up and not call back?
It's 50-50. Sometimes they leave a voicemail, sometimes they don't.
Um, Thanks for clarifying. That's helpful. Last thing, are you hoping that AI would just answer calls and take messages, or would you want it to help with things like booking appointments, answering common questions, or even following up with leads?
All the above.
Perfect. That gives me a clear picture. Here's how it works. Our AI receptionist answers every call instantly, 24/7. It can book appointments, answer questions about your services, capture new leads, and even follow up so you never miss an opportunity. You get a free 7-day trial and you approve everything before it goes live. Results mentioned are not guaranteed. Individual results vary based on business type, industry, and implementation. Would you like to see exactly how this could work for your med spa with a free 20-minute strategy call? There's no
Yes.
pitch or pressure, just a walkthrough and answers to your questions.
Yes,
Should I get
please.
you booked in?
Yes, please.
Per- Perfect. Let's get you booked for a free 20-minute strategy call. I have your name as Med Ucheo. Is that correct? Just checking in. Did I get your name right as Med Ochao? If that's not correct, let me know what name you'd like to use for the booking.
Correct.
Great, thank you. I see we have your email as eric at bakescloudconsultants.io. Is that correct? Just making sure I've got the right email for your booking. Eric at bakescloudconsultants.io. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thanks for confirming. I have your phone number as 201-555-5000. Is that still the best number to reach you?
That's correct.
Thank you. Do you have a preferred day this week or next week for your strategy call?
I think Friday, 2 o'clock is good.
All right, just to confirm, you'd like to book your strategy call for this Friday at 2 p.m., correct? Just checking in. Did you want to go ahead with this Friday at 2 p.m. for your strategy call? Let me know if that works or if you'd like to look at other times.
Yes.
Thanks for confirming. One last thing. What's the name of your med spa? I'll get your Friday 2 p.m. strategy call set up right after.
ABC LLC.
Thank you. You're all set. Your strategy call is confirmed for this Friday, July 17th at 2 p.m. You'll get a confirmation by text and email shortly. On that call, our team will show you exactly what your AI receptionist could look like for ABC LLC. No pitch, no pressure, just clarity. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Thank you very much for your help, Maya.
You're welcome. Glad I could help. If you need anything else, just reach out. Have a great day.
Bye.
Just checking in. If
Hey guys, so you saw that, right? This is a live agent working. This is not something that we recorded and then went to edit it and then came back to show it to you. You saw everything. I made a live call for you to listen and it was on the web. It's the same thing. If you should call this number, it's going to take you through the same process. So this is how this whole thing works. And so I hope this was really valuable and you are going to apply this in your business right away. Guys, this took us less than 10 minutes to set the whole thing up and then put it together. And now look, we have a live voice AI agent within less than an hour. It cannot get better than this, right? So just to recap, this is what we've done so far. We created the agent and we made it an outbound and inbound call. It can make all these calls. We also added the instructions, which is how it works. The instructions is what tells it to work. We also connected a knowledge base, which is the database. This is the soul of the AI. It gives it all the information about your website, about your offer, about everything. That is the soul. That is the database of your agent, right? The instruction is just tells it how to do or perform its work. We then connected a calendar to it so that the agent will be able to will have access to my calendar and be able to schedule appointments all the time. No, no issues at all. And then we tested this live agent. So I built one in a demo account for you to see how we built it. And then, I showed you a completed agent that was working, and I called it live and we were able to test it and see how it works. And this is how we test the AI, right? You test it. If you get some things wrong, you fix it and then you teach it the right way. So over the after some time, this AI is going to learn and learn and learn, more about your business, get things right. So that is how this whole thing is. And you saw how easy this was. And this didn't take too much time to set it up. If you have a GoHighLevel account, then you can do this for yourself easily, guys. There is no excuse for anybody. And so what does this mean for your business starting today? Like, you will never miss any revenue opportunity because of unanswered calls. There is no excuse for you for this reason. Every call is going to be answered. So you are going to capture all the opportunities for you to close this client or to make a sale or to make a deal with this person. There's no excuse. You can scale your business without increasing your payroll. So you can have this AI agents, different numbers, buy more numbers. They can be answering different calls, customer service, this returns, this and that. All this can be handled by agents without you hiring or scaling your payroll, right? Your AI receptionist improves over time as you refine its instructions. So there's, the first time you set it, it's not going to be right. But as you move along, you'll be tweaking and correcting it and adding more. You see, it's a living document because the instruction and the database are going to be a living document because your business is always evolving. You are dropping some offers, you are adding some new offers, you are changing location. There's so much that happens every now and then in your business. So this is where, if we build this for you, we make sure that we are always keeping it updated so that your agent will always work with the latest information that is in your knowledge base. And every lead that comes through the front door is captured, right? It's qualified and is captured, qualified, and booked. For me, there's no way you're gonna get to my calendar if you are not interested in my offer or in my service. So once I get somebody on my calendar, it means that they are really interested in my offer. That is like 50% of the job done, right? Because they are a warm lead, they are not a cold lead. You are not pursuing them. They came to you, they are in your pipeline, they stand a higher chance of getting closed. And, like I said, we build this under 10 minutes. The name, all these things, we did this under 10 minutes. Now refining it might take a longer time to do it, but you saw how this was so easy to build it. So you have no excuse Your AI receptionist is ready right now as we speak. If you don't have a GoHighLevel account, I recommend that you sign up right now. It's a 14-day trial. If you don't like it, you don't have to. But if you love it and you want to use it, save money, if you want to save money and also apply all these great tools to your business, then be my guest. I'll be happy to help you set it up and point you in the right direction. So every appointment that you booked, every lead that is captured, even while you sleep, is going to be done by your AI agent inside your GoHighLevel account. So once again, Sandrine, can you drop the link for the affiliate link? People who are interested, who want to test GoHighLevel, they can test it. And also, if you are interested in installing this AI receptionist in your industry, it doesn't matter whatever industry you are in, as you saw, we can do this for any niche, any business. If you are interested, then I am offering you a 14-day trial of your own AI receptionist. I'm going to build this for you, for your business, and it's going to answer your phone calls, and it's going to book people appointment for people if that is what you want. Whatever the goal is for your front desk receptionist, let us know, and we are going to build one for you to test it out for 14 days. Now, at the end of the 14-day period, if you don't like it, then you give it back to us. If you like it, then we can talk about it, and it's going to be like a pay as you go. We just hire him to you and you can use it. If you have this in your own GoHighLevel account and you want us to build it for you, please book the 30 minutes consultation call, and we can talk about this. So I hope this was really helpful to you. And as usual, I will encourage you to subscribe to our channel. Eric Bakes, we meet over here every Wednesday at 11 a.m. EST, 3 p.m. GMT. And this channel is where you can only learn how to do things in the classroom way and also on the field. So we teach the theoretical aspect of things to help you understand why certain things are done. And then we teach you how to do it in real time, live, where we make mistakes and we fix them. This is not an edited video. This is done right in front of your eyes so that we can, once we run into issues, we can troubleshoot it live for you to see how things happen, because in real life, things are always different from the theoretical aspect of things. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope you are going to install this in your business. Drop me a comment in the comment section if you have any questions. I want to see you on the call. Book a call. Let's talk about your business and take advantage of this 14-day trial AI receptionist built specifically for your business. And until we meet again next week, thank you very much. Namaste.